Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
We appreciate you being here, watching and listening.
Yes.
Are you watching and listening to your body? Because it is talking to you all the time, telling you what it needs, what it doesn't need, giving you updates. And many of us just ignore. And as time goes on, sometimes we find ourselves with health challenges because we weren't listening. There is something called the BodyTalk System, where you can hear from your body what it actually needs. And this is to resynchronize your body, change bad habits, so much going on there. And we're going to dig into it. We've talked about this before, but we're going to put the microscope on Body Talk today. And she is somebody that practices this. She's certified in Body Talk. She's also a doctor of naturopathy. She's a certified nutritional counselor, master herbalist, and it's great to have her back with us. Dr. Jacquilen Tomas Ali is on the program. How are you doing today?
I am doing fantabulous. How are you, my brother, Mr. Steve? How's it going, babe?
Fantastic.
Awesome. Awesome.
We started with this a while back, and then we went into other modalities that you support, like the herbals and on and on. We never got deep into Body Talk, and I started studying this a few years ago. It is fascinating. And yes, I was skeptical in the beginning. I'm going to be honest with you, and we'll identify some of those reasons why someone might be skeptical. But once you see what's going on and you look at the science of what's happening, it changes your view of all of this. So how would you describe it to somebody? What is Body Talk?
Body Talk is an energy consciousness-based system. We have been accustomed to looking at and addressing symptoms when our body shares symptoms. And many times when a symptom is expressed by the body, if the tone is kind of low key, we don't give it as much emphasis until the tone really raises, and then it's a matter of, I guess I better take care of this. And what happens is that we focus our attention on the symptom in terms of just having the symptom disappear. Whereas with Body Talk, the focus is what's causing the symptom, whether that cause is physical, mental, emotional, or environmental. And that's one of the things that I enjoy about this, is because it approaches the body's ability to heal itself, because our body can heal itself. But it approaches it from the place of where is the challenge that is being expressed through the symptoms.
Would you always use Body Talk when you have a challenge, like you're suspecting a challenge, or you just do it anyway and you learn a lot?
That's a very good question. Sometimes people need to also know that this is not a replacement for mainstream medicine. If a person feels and believes that they want to go that route to see what other options you can work through, because this is not a competition. This is complementing. Mm-hmm. So it really is up to the person to decide the direction in which they want to go in order to have the symptoms go away, because that's how we're driven, have the symptoms go away, and then and then go from there so that they can continue their lives, but still understand that it may mean doing certain things differently than they were doing before.
Would a relatively healthy person with no major challenges that they're aware of simply do body talk and get information from their body of maybe something that's brewing, under
Yes.
the radar that may need to be addressed and they might not be aware of it?
Yes. In fact, it's great. That's a great question because that's something that I do. Um, one of my instructors will do a group body talk session on based on the solstice and the equinox. So he'll send out an announcement and I register. And when he first started doing this, I guess about maybe 2, 3 years ago, and it's open to everybody, anybody. Um, it just kind of resonated within my spirit that I need to do this. So I registered, and at the time, nothing was going on that I was aware of. And um, he then did a group session, and it was very interesting, even to this day, how the things that came up for that group session, because he did it online, how things came up that addressed and touched each of us in our own way. And if it wasn't something that addressed us or that we needed, then the body just said, okay, next. And so therefore I was able to personally get help. And and I didn't even know that I needed help, but
Mm.
by doing that, that really helped to clear up things that would have been a possible health challenge for me.
Wow. So,
Yeah.
just to reinforce, this is looking at the entire body,
Yes.
everything, not just the symptoms. Again, we're not taking anything away from modern medicine, but you go and the average is 11 minutes with the doctor, and that includes even talking about the insurance and the hello and the goodbye. They don't have time to listen to you, let alone listen to your body. And they're just going to give you something to take care of the symptoms. That's how it works. That's
That's
how it
how
works.
they're trained. And
Yes.
there are times when I've had clients come to me and they complain about the doctor didn't do this or didn't do that. And excuse me, I have to bring to their attention
Mm.
that the doctor is trained and licensed to handle things in a specific way. And their focus is the physical, whereas with Body Talk, it recognizes that we are energy beings. We are spirit energy beings housed in this physical body. And the body has additional languages that lets a person know that something else needs to be addressed.
Mm.
So the mainstream medicine doctors, they hear in a certain language and address in a certain language, and that's fine. It's up to the person themselves to decide what they want to do and then go from there.
It's modern medicine is marvelous. There's this we're
Mm-hmm.
not taking anything away from that, but
Absolutely.
it's not always right. Even with all the tests and the scans, I'll be very personal here. It was late January this year.
Okay.
I was told I had stage 3 cancer.
Ah,
It was wrong.
okay.
It was wrong. And this is looking at scans and all of that. It was completely not. um,
Okay.
and it's skin cancer related, and had some surgery and done. That was all good. But my point here is, we invest a lot into modern medicine with all this technology and everything. It's not perfect. It's not perfect.
Correct.
Your body
But it
is.
has its place
It has its
because
place.
I tell everyone, I tell anyone that if I am experiencing a serious trauma situation,
Sure.
like an auto accident or a major fall or something like that, don't take me to a naturopath or to an herbalist. No, you get me to a doctor.
Yep. Hospital emergency situation.
Yes.
Totally got it. Totally agree.
Yeah.
You can't take
Yeah.
that away, but
Yeah.
we also can't take away that the body is an incredible
Oh.
machine that
Oh.
we don't
Yes.
realize it. And I think that the proof in that is when we eat stuff that we shouldn't be eating, it's like, my body will be fine with it. I'm just going to cheat here. I'm going to eat this. Think about all the body does. The ways that we beat on our body and it still keeps bouncing back and here it is again and here it is again. I don't think we realize. I think we take it for granted. My stomach will take care of that,
Yeah. But it tastes good. It
right?
tastes good. It tastes wonderful.
Meanwhile,
Yes.
if you listen to your body talk, right, it would scream at you. It would probably be yelling at you. What are you doing to me? What are we doing here? Um,
Yes.
and right back to body talk supports your body's ability to heal itself. That's the game
Yes.
changer. We heal ourselves.
Yes.
That's how
Yes.
we're still here. Think about,
Yes.
1,000 years ago, Walgreens didn't exist. CVS
That's
wasn't on
correct.
the corner, of the cave. So your body is designed to heal itself, but you need to support it. And with this modality, you can listen to it. It'll tell you what it
Yes.
needs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's one of the key reasons why I enjoy it, because it keeps my ego out of it. I'm
Mm.
not guessing. I'm not diagnosing. I ask the body using applied kinesiology, which is a fancy name for muscle testing. And I use um, an advanced protocol chart to as my guide. So this way, it's not what I think it is, it's what the person's body is sharing with me.
Mm. So, can we look at the way that we listen to our bodies using the body talk modality?
The protocol chart?
I guess so. If that's what you call
Okay.
it.
Yes, yes. All right. Okay. Hold tight here. I am going to share this. Give me a moment. Yes, here we are.
Ah,
Okay. Can you see it?
yes, I can.
All right, all right. And I love this because it's not a matter of what I think should be the case of what I want to do. It's covering areas that are physical, mental, emotional, environmental, and it's a matter of asking the body, where does it want to go? Now, before doing a session, or at the beginning of a session, I as I establish with that person's body um, the a way for the body's energy to show yeses and nos, because it's a matter of the body saying, yes, it's this, no, it's that. And that's where applied kinesiology comes in. And I'll go into that more next time. But here's the chart that I use. Once the body knows yeses and nos, then it can say, I want something in this section or that section. In permissions, there is, this was very, very interesting for me because when I was studying, my classmates and I would practice on each other, and permissions practitioner would come up a lot. And even though we were taught how to balance it, I didn't want it to come up at all because I'm saying my issues, my stuff is coming up. So I was able to learn how to eliminate certain things from my diet, specifically gluten, because my body does not like gluten. I
Hmm.
needed to increase not just increase the amount of water, but improve the quality of the water that I was drinking. And then I also needed to include my own personal meditations. I would participate with meditations in groups, but I needed to do my own personal meditation. And then in section 1, there's some Chinese medicine in there, and organs, endocrines, body parts is more anatomical. And with energies, there's the chakras and meridians and so forth. In section 2, environment, more of the physical environment. And then in section 3, matrices, this is more of our interactions among people and how we interact, whether the people are family members, neighbors,
Boy, this is
co-workers,
way,
whatever.
um, I have to tell you, Jackie, this is very deep. This is
Yes,
much more than I ever thought. And this is when you're working with someone, these are the questions you're asking, or it's maybe a process of elimination.
yes, I'm asking the body, do you need help balancing this? Yes or no? Do you need help balancing that? Yes or no? And in section 4, it really goes into the actual physical parts of the body of the from the organs, endocrines, and body parts is actually diving deeper into it, including emotions, because our body is affected by our emotions. That's just the way it is. That's how we're
Mm.
developed.
I'm kind of blown away how you can identify using Body Talk, the protocol, that the body doesn't like gluten. No, and a
Yes.
lot of I think there's a test for it, or you can just
Yeah.
figure it out yourself. You know, you have some bread or a bread, something connected to bread, and then wait to see how you feel. This is verifying it. It's your body sending energy that you pick up on to get that information.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Amazing.
And I was very like, wow, okay, yes. And to this day, I'm very, very careful about that.
Mm. I bet three-quarters of us wonder about gluten and a sensitivity to it, or we feel bloated after we eat and
Hmm.
we're not sure, but in the back of your mind is like, well, maybe it is gluten, but I'm not really 100% sure. This would confirm it. How accurate is it? Even just the part of determining if you have a sensitivity to gluten. How
You know
accurate?
what? I'm sorry, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, just I'm wondering, what do you think the accuracy is?
That's a great question because many times what we look at is percentages, 50% accurate, 75% accurate. To be honest with you, I really am not aware of the percentages. I just know that it is, and that if for whatever reason something comes up that indicates that something is going on and the body is not able to handle it at this time, the worst that would happen is nothing would happen. So, in terms of
Hmm.
harmful side effects, there aren't any. The worst that would happen is nothing. but it also knows that the body, it's not a matter of balancing and healing in a zip zap zoom mood. It may take weeks, days, weeks, or months. And many times people, if they're not aware, will not notice. But then other times they're like, you know what? I remember a time when so and so would happen and I would have a problem. And then now I don't have a problem. And so what they'll do is they will call me or text me or email me and let me know updates about what's going on with them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The one thing we didn't talk about here is,
Yes.
unlike medicine, and there's a place for it, like we said, there's no side effects here.
Correct. Correct.
Hmm.
There aren't any, because if the body does not, if for whatever reason, and I just, whatever reason, if it comes up that something is going on, the body will process it and handle it in the pace and in the way that it is can handle it best, can do it best. And it's not like a zip zap zoom where sometimes those kinds of things may produce side effects.
Can you give an example, um, working with somebody and what Body Talk identified and how it was verified? Now, you talked about your gluten sensitivity came from Body Talk. Anything else that stands out in your mind?
Well, I'm going to keep it to me only because one thing uh, um, that I have with my clients is strict confidentiality.
Hmm.
And therefore I don't share anything with the public unless they have given me permission to do so. So therefore I am going to more focus on me because
Sure.
I can give the permission. But in addition to the gluten and so forth, I also experienced challenges in terms of emotions in where it says bodygenics, emotions, emotional balance, where I was and really wasn't that clear or didn't understand. But what was happening was that I was exposing and taking on other people's emotional energies
Oh,
as they were releasing them. And I'm wondering, why am I feeling so bad? And why am I this? And why am I that? And it was through body talk sessions, and I learned how to do body talk on myself. um, and it was through that I was able to understand that I was absorbing and feeling the energies of others, unwanted emotions.
totally
and,
gotcha. And
and yeah,
it,
so
it it can change your life and rule it if you don't pick up on it.
absolutely.
And what are we talking about here? It's all about energy.
Mm-hmm.
You pick up on what people are putting out. Depends on who you are.
Yeah.
You're an empath, and
Yes.
it's amplified. Um,
Yes.
I never thought I was until I took some assessment tests, and that's like number two strength for me. If
Okay.
you want to call it a strength, but it is what it is. But I'm not surprised because I feel
Yeah.
myself sometimes pulled down by somebody's energy if it's negative. We're out of time. I just looked up. I'm like, what?
Wow. All right.
Like,
Well, let me just share this real quick in terms of what I had learned to do to set up a field of protection. And I learned this through Body Talk, and that's by using crystals that there's a certain crystal called obsidian that helps to block out negative energies. Because many times you go into an environment you don't know, you're just going in,
Sure.
whether it's a supermarket or whatever. And so I keep in my pocket obsidian, and the energy from that helps to protect my energies from others, from negative energies from others.
Is that black obsidian?
Yes,
Yes. Yeah, I think I have some
yes,
up on the counter right over there. I gotta go
yes,
through it. Yeah. And it doesn't
yeah,
take a lot, little tiny one, you know, but
yeah, yeah,
and it's all about the vibration of the crystal. Uh,
absolutely,
and that's what we're talking about everything here. It's the vibration from
absolutely.
your body. Jackie, how does somebody find you if they have questions? And I get that this can run deep for some people. But it's fantastic and works and has been proven and is science. What's the best way to find you?
The best way is my website, which is earthlyessence.life, Life, earthlyessence.life.
Always great talking with you. Thanks for the insight.
Yes,
And we're going to have to pause it and go part two next time we get together because we didn't get to everything
absolutely,
here. And
absolutely.
I may be a test subject next time for Body Talk. You know, just to give an example, we may be, we might even do that next time we get together.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Okay,
Looking forward to it.
if
All
you
right.
agreed. All right, you take care.
I'm on board. All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Thank you. We'll catch up next time.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.